Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss and continue the earlier chapter, Legislature, the chapter in Political Science of 11th class. It is the concluding part, and today we are going to discuss how does Parliament control executive. You know well what is executive. Executive is the part of government that execute the rules made by the legislature. It is very important to control the executive because executive normally is a ruling party or the coalition of parties, and there is a big chance that ruling party can be dictator because they are in majority, so they may obtain absolute power, and in this way it is a chance that executive may try to be dictator, though there is a strong provision in our constitution that executive cannot exercise unlimited power. Executive cannot do its own because they are in majority. They are answerable to the legislature. That is why it is said, because being in majority, cabinet cannot be dictator, and legislature control over the executive through various ways, and parliament checks executive in various ways and very effectively. Now the question is, how does parliament control the executive? There are various ways to control the executive. Legislature has power to control the executive so that the members of executive may not try to be dictator. The members in legislature, whether they belong to ruling party or the opposition party, they are free to express their views so that some constructive ideas may be taken from their views, and no action can be taken any member of the parliament for whatever he speaks. This privilege or this action is called parliamentary privilege. Why parliamentary privilege? Because parliament has given the right to the members to express their views freely. And suppose if a member of the legislature, either from Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, he speaks some objectionable sentences or words, still to control them, action can be taken only by the presiding officer. Here, presiding officer means the speaker or the deputy speaker who is conducting the proceeding of the house. The aim behind it is to control the members so that they may not speak whatever they wish or in a wrong way. Now, the instrument of control. How does legislature control the executive? There are various stages through which legislature control over the executive. There are so many policy making proceedings, policy making ways. The legislature has made policy itself to control the members of the legislature or the executive. And many times the laws are implemented by the executive to control the executive. This control is done through various devices. There are many ways. Later we will discuss about it. How does House control over the members? And discussion take place in the House, either in Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, and this discussion is always constructive. No law can be passed by executive without permission of legislature. And you have studied in previous part about the discussion, like the members of a ruling party speak in favor of the government, while the opposition parties or members of opposite parties speak against the rules introduced by the ruling party. But the discussion is always either in favor or against. That means the opposition party try to attract the attention of the government or executive towards the drawbacks of the bills. Approval or refusal of law that depend totally on the House or on the in the hand of legislature. Next is financial control. Financial control, you have studied earlier that executive cannot spend even a single penny or nor earn even a single penny without the approval of the House. That is, here House means always Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So, legislature control over the finance also. It means executive cannot spend money in arbitrary manner. Here are some provisions that show how does legislature control over the executive or members of the legislature. The first thing, that is question R. What is question R? Whenever the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha sitting, the first hour of the proceeding of the House is called question hour. Like in your classes, when you have regular school, like you have first period. First period, in this period, your class teacher take attendance and give you some important informations also. Here, question hour. This is like a first period of the House, and this is the question hour. In question hour, the members are free to ask questions from the members of executive or the ministers. In question hour, there are so many provisions, like whether the members of the executive who are present in the House and other side opposition member. If opposition members or any member of the House want to ask any question from the member of executive or the minister, they have to submit the question in the secretariat, and then that question is sent to the concerned department, and the minister belonging to that department has to answer these questions. These questions are of two types, either in written or orally. So, whatever the question, in what way the question is asked, they mention whether they want answer in written or in oral. If they want answer in written form, the answer is given in written form. And if they want oral answer, then the answer is given orally. The next hour of the House is called 0 hour. In 0 hour, many questions are put before the executive member. Let me clear you first that whenever the questions are put in question are the supplementary question which are not given to the minister or department. Still, any question can be asked from the members, and the ministers have to answer within a particular period. In same way, 0 hour, 0 hour in this period, the members, if they want to discuss over some important issues, then such questions are discussed in 0 hour. Next is no confidence motion. Now, what is no confidence motion? Many times, the opposite party or the members of opposition feel that government or the executive has lost majority in the house. They do not have support of the majority of members in the house. In that condition, they bring a resolution before the house and they give a notice of no confidence motion. If the motion is accepted by the speaker, then on the decided day the debate take place in the house. And after long discussion, if the opposition succeed in proving that government has lost majority, because in the end there is voting, and if the opposition gets more votes than the votes given to the government, it means the no confidence motion has passed. And if the no confidence motion is passed, then the government has to resign. And many times, to oppose this, ruling party brings confidence motion. Confidence motion means the ruling party tries to prove that they have full majority in the house or in the Lok Sabha. Then, if this resolution or this motion is passed, it means the government or the executive has full majority in the house, and in this way they win the confidence of the house. But remember this, that if once no confidence motion has been introduced in the house for next 6 months, this motion cannot be brought in the house again for next 6 months. After 6 months, this motion, if the opposition feels that the government has lost confidence in the house, then after 6 months this motion can be introduced again. Now, the parliament or the legislature controls over the executive through various committees like standing committee. Earlier we have discussed standing committee, that is an important part of the house, and this committee discusses or takes views of the members over various issues. Parliamentary committee. Parliamentary committee, it is the committee made of the members, some members from ruling party and some from opposite party. This committee is known as parliamentary committee, and members of Rajya Sabha are also added in it. Third is joint parliamentary committee. If government forms such committees, the joint committee of ruling and opposition party members and some other members also. So the joint committee comes into existence, and this is known as joint parliamentary committee. Next is anti-defection law. Anti-defection law came into existence during when Mr. Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister of India. Normally, before this, there were so many members in the house who usually change the party. Whenever they see that this party is coming to power, then they resigned from the previous party and for some offers, either in cash or for offer of the some post of minister or chairman of the board. For this purpose, they used to get the offer, and in this way they changed the party. But when Mr. Rajiv Gandhi became the Prime Minister of India, he introduced this law. According to it, if a person wanted to change his party, he would have to resign from the seat of whatever he was. Either he was member of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha or Vidhan Sabha. He had to resign from that seat as well as from the party, and he could not accept any offer from the other party. In this way, anti-defection law. Let me clear you. I tell you this particular topic in Hindi that जब राजीव गांधी प्राइम मिनिस्टर बने थे तो उन्होंने पाया था कि किसी पद के लालच में, धन के लालच में या किसी और तरीके से जब उसको कोई किसी व्यक्ति को ऑफर दिया जाता तो इस तरह से दूसरी पार्टी के व्यक्ति को पार्टी चेंज करवा दी जाती थी। तो इसको कहते थे दल बदल, डिफेक्शन। तो दल बदल के विरोध में एक पार्टी से दूसरी पार्टी में ना जाएं, तो इसके विरोध में जो नियम बनाया गया उसको एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ या दल बदल विरोधी कानून कहा गया। नेक्स्ट इज आवर टॉपिक वॉकआउट। Walkout means when opposition party feels that executive or ruling party is not paying attention towards their demands, or they are not satisfied with the action of the ruling party. They show their anger against the government and they usually go out of the house and decide not to participate in the proceeding. This is called walkout. So these are the various ways through which the legislature control over the executive. Because whenever opposition walk out or some members of opposition walk out, it means they are not satisfied with the government. Seeing this, government or members of ruling party have to be alert and they have to pay attention towards the demand of the opposite party. So this is end of the chapter of your legislature. Next time we will discuss about the executive. Thank you.